Okay, so there's somebody saying, well, didn't your aunt buy that headstone? She did. I believe she did. That does not give her possession of my little brother's soul. Paying to buy somebody a headstone is not the same as purchasing a human being. She doesn't own his memory. She doesn't own his body. She owns that stone, and she shouldn't even own that because it was bought for my brother. If she only bought my handicapped brother a headstone so that she could have permission to go and piss on his grave whenever she gets upset, ask yourselves what kind of a woman that is. What kind of a human heart she holds in her chest. If you're able to come and say, well, she bought the headstone, she can do whatever she wants to that grave. She can pour apple juice on it. She can raise money to shit on it. She can do whatever she wants because she spit the money for the headstone. And it doesn't matter that that tiny, crippled little body under that ground didn't even know her. But fine. I want the world to know that my aunt bought that headstone and she believes, and her followers and her fans believe, that buying a headstone means that you own the body in the ground and you can do whatever you want to it, even if you never cared about it when it was alive. And that's how my family feels and believes, and that's how they function. That's how they function. If my family helps you buy a cemetery plot for somebody, know that they fully believe they own the body that's in that plot and they can hurt it if they want to. If my family spends money on something, they believe they own whoever it is that they use that money for. That's how they are. It is disgusting. And this is just one more example of my family's love of money over people, money over humans, money over souls, money over everything. Yeah, Cathy spent money and bought my little brother a headstone after he was buried without one for a decade. Make sure to point that part out. He was buried without a headstone for a decade before Cathy bought him one and then began to use his grave to mentally abuse me by visiting it with apple juice to stand in for her friend Adonis Paul, who raised $1,500 to urinate on my brother's grave. The second thing they're saying is that I never even visited my brother. If I never visited his grave, why do I have photos on my Facebook of his grave back in 2016 before I left Florida? Why was I able to show you people that he was buried for a decade without a headstone if I had never visited his grave? I visited him a lot when I lived in Florida. You're accusing me of not visiting him because I'm in California now and he's buried in Florida. It's cruel and it's heartless that the only person in this family that can and will visit him is somebody who believes that she owns him and uses him for emotional torment. But unfortunately, that's my little brother's life in a nutshell. That's how his life always was, and that's apparently how his death is going to be. And it's disturbing, and there's nothing I can do about it but let people know it's happening. And I will let people know it's happening. I will let people know that Cathy believes she owns my little brother's body and soul because she bought a headstone for him. I will let the world know. I will scream that till the day that I die. And y'all better not let her buy me a headstone because she doesn't own me and she never will own me. Ever. It's not right that she owns my brother, but she will never own me. Even if she buys a goddamn headstone when I die, it doesn't mean that she owns me. Even if she kills me, it doesn't mean that she owns me. She doesn't own my little brother. She bought a headstone for a grave. That's all. She does not own my little brother. She does not possess my brother's soul or his memory. She cannot do whatever she wants with him because he is not hers. She owns a soulless stone with a name on it. That is all.